It has now been confirmed that permanent charters will be a thing in NASCAR, and 23XL Racing and Front Motorsports have officially gotten their charters back. What's going, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. As I just said, we got some more updates on the 2011 Front Motorsports deal, as it has been confirmed that permanent charters will be a thing effective immediately, and 23XL Racing and Front Motorsports have officially received their charters back. We all know, of course, as I just talked about a little bit ago, that a settlement has been reached between NASCAR and 23XL Racing and Front Row Motorsports, and not all details were released, but some details have been officially released. It was confirmed early this morning that NASCAR has officially agreed in the settlement on permanent charters, aka evergreen charters, because Jim France doesn't like the word permanent, but evergreen quintessentially means permanent charters, which means every single NASCAR Cup Series team will receive permanent charters that did sign the charter agreement. It was also confirmed as well early this morning that the teams that did sue, that being 23XL Racing and Front Row Motorsports, have officially agreed, and they will also get their charters back as well. And Michael Jordan even said, speaking to the media not too long ago, said that level heads led to the settlement this close to the finish line, says at the end of the day, you have to think about the sport. He didn't want to tear it down, and said Jim France didn't want to either. Now, there was a statement that was released by both NASCAR 2011 and everyone involved with this. Here's what was reported by Bob Pockrass and other reporters in the industry. Joint statement from NASCAR 2011 Racing and Front Row Motorsports. NASCAR 2011 Racing and Front Row Motorsports are pleased to announce a mutually agreed upon resolution that delivers long-term stability and creates the conditions for meaningful growth for all teams in a more competitive environment. This resolution reflects our shared commitment to maintaining a fair and equitable framework for long-term participation in America's superior motorsport, one that supports teams, partners, and stakeholders while ensuring fans enjoy uninterrupted access to the best racing in the world. The agreement allows all parties to move forward with a unified focus on advancing stock car racing and delivering exceptional competition for our fans. With this matter now resolved, all parties look forward to working together alongside all chartered race teams to deliver world-class events, dynamic sponsorship, and partner activation opportunities, and continue to grow for generations to come. As a condition of the settlement agreement, NASCAR will issue an amendment to existing charter holders detailing the updated terms for signatures, which will include a form of evergreen charters, aka permanent charters, subject to mutual agreement. The financial terms of the settlement are confidential and will not be released. What all parties have also agreed on is a deep love for the sport and the desire to see it fulfill its full potential. This is a landmark moment, one that ensures NASCAR's foundation is stronger, its future is brighter, and its possibilities are greater. We extend our sincere thanks to Judge Kenneth Bell and mediator Jeffrey Mishkin for their professionalism and guidance throughout this process, and to the jury for their time. Here's a quote that everyone has said here. Michael Jordan, co-owner of 23XL Racing. From the beginning, this lawsuit was about progress. It was about making sure our sport evolves in a way that supports everyone, teams, drivers, partners, employees, and fans, with a foundation to build equity and invest in the future and a stronger voice in the decisions ahead. We now have the chance to grow together and make the sport even better for generations to come. I'm excited to watch our teams get back on track and compete hard in 2026. Here's what Denny Hamlin said about this, co-owner 23XL. I've cared deeply about the sport of NASCAR my entire life. Racing is all I've ever known, and the sport shaped who I am. That's why we're willing to shoulder the challenges that came with taking a stand. We believed it was worth fighting for a stronger, more sustainable future for everyone in the industry. Teams, drivers, and partners will now have the stability and opportunity they deserve. Our commitment to the fans and to the entire NASCAR community has never been stronger. I'm proud of what we've accomplished, and now it's time to move forward together and build a stronger future this sport deserves. Here's what Bob Jenkins said about this. After more than 20 years in the sport, today gives me real confidence in where we're headed. I love the sport, and it was clear we needed a system that treated our teams, drivers, and sponsors fairly and kept the competition strong. With this change, we can finally build long-term value and have a real voice in NASCAR's future. I'm excited for the road ahead, for the people in the garage, the folks in the stands, and everyone who loves the sport. Here's what Curtis Polk said, co-owner of 23XL. My goal as a member of the team negotiating committee was to help create an economic model that would create a more sustainable model for teams and create a more equitable and transparent system within NASCAR. This settlement achieved significant progress toward the four pillars. The results bring NASCAR and the charter teams into better alignment and support future growth and sustainability for all stakeholders and a better sport for the fans. Jim France also released a statement as well, saying this outcome gives all parties the flexibility and confidence to continue delivering unforgettable racing moments for our fans, which has always been our highest priority since the sport was founded in 1948. We work closely with race teams to create the NASCAR charter system in 2016, and it has proven invaluable to their operations and to the quality of racing across the Cup Series. Today's agreement reaffirms our commitment to preserving and enhancing that value, ensuring our fans continue to enjoy the very best of stock car racing for generations to come. We are excited to return the collective focus of our sport, teams, and racetracks toward an incredible 78th season that begins with the Daytona 500 on Sunday, February 15th, 2026. This is a major deal from both NASCAR and the teams as well. And this is a massive day for the sport as a whole, that this trial is officially over. I do think there are a few big parts that were here, but Denny Hamlin also has released a statement as well. Standing up isn't easy, but progress never comes from staying silent. The reward is knowing you change something, which basically, we don't know all the details that did officially come from the trial, but here's what we know at this point. The big thing, like I mentioned, is permanent charters are now a thing. I think that this is something that should have happened a while ago, as much as I think a lot of people are not a big fan of permanent charters as a whole. I think it is the best thing that could happen for the sport is permanent charters coming in. As I think if permanent charters had not been reached or had been reached before this trial started, I don't think this lawsuit would have even happened. That's all we know at this point. And the other big thing, like I mentioned earlier, 20th Racing and Farmer Motorsports do get their charters back for 2026. NASCAR did say that if they were able to reach a settlement or if they won the lawsuit, that basically that would have basically been a thing. I think for the sport itself, we don't know the other things that have happened. We don't know if NASCAR is going to be forced to solve certain things going forward. We know that basically probably a partnership is going to come on. So I think the future of the sport may be promising, but I think there's a few factors why the settlement was reached. Number one, the Johnny Morris letter. That Johnny Morris letter last night, I think, was the biggest reason this settlement was reached. I think the Johnny Morris letter where he wrote that scathing letter to NASCAR and was upset and frustrated with the sport at the time, I think that played a major asset and made a major role on why this settlement was reached. I think the other thing you have to look as well, you have to kind of look at as well to this is the Richard Childress stuff. Also, the NDA situation, basically, I think that played a major role as well, where Richard Childress' stuff kind of got disclosed, and I think NASCAR side knew they were going to be in a lot of trouble if that would have basically got disclosed, because it was revealed that Richard was looking to sell his stake to, I think, the Bobby Hillin, I'm pretty sure, and that, I think, did play a major role in that as well. And I think NASCAR also knew that they were in a really bad position. Dale Jr. speaking on the Dale Jr. download played a role. I think Tommy Baldwin speaking on Door Bumper Clear last night played a major role. And I think a lot of people were encouraging a settlement to take place. I think that this is a major win for everybody involved in this case, permanent charters being a thing, because now the teams are going to be able to have an equitable stake in the sport. I would have to think also because of this, the teams will be able to make more decisions going forward to try to grow the sport as a whole. I think the big thing to watch out for, though, going forward as well, is will there be other things that have to happen? Will we basically see leadership changes happen? Will the teams get more of a say? Will we see those leadership changes? I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I think now the main focus going forward for NASCAR and the sport as a whole is to get the sport back in a much better position. NASCAR is not in the best position. I think we all know there's a lot that needs to be done, and I think there's a lot of this good grace that NASCAR needs to work toward getting the sport back. I remember when NASCAR was very popular. I've been a fan of the sport for nearly 20 years at this point. As much as I've been able to enjoy covering this trial from time to time, I've also been frustrated as well. So to see that a settlement hasn't reached by both the parties is a really big day. And seeing that Michael Jordan and Jim France hugged after, apparently Denny Hamlin, Jim France hugged as well. I think everyone knew, and C. Phelps apparently shook the hand of Michael Jordan. I think everyone here is really happy about what happened here with the outcome. Jeffrey Kessler said that the future sport is going to be looking promising as well, and I think everyone will be pretty happy. And I think it's like an early Christmas present as well, and I think it's the best outcome. And I want the sport to continue on long term. I've been a fan of the sport for nearly 20 years at this point, and I think the best thing that could have happened here was a settlement being reached. So I'm glad to see that both sides did come to some sort of agreement earlier today. This is an early Christmas present for a lot of fans, and of course getting the charters back is a really big deal for both sides as well, and I think this is a huge deal and really awesome to see that this is officially done and we're moving forward now. So I'm really happy about this. I think it's a huge deal for sure, and I think it's great to see a settlement was reached, and I'm glad to see both sides have come to agreement, come to the table. This also means that drivers like Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, Riley Hurd, Zane Smith, Noah Gragson, and Todd Gilliland aren't going anywhere anytime soon. This could be a deal. Those charters could go up a lot in price, and I think it's a big win for both sides and both parties as well. A huge day for the sport that a settlement has been officially reached. So, that's our today's special breaking news report on permanent charters being a thing and 2011 Front Row getting their charters back. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, let's go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. Your thoughts about the settlement being reached and 2011 Front Row getting their charters back officially. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and permanent charters as well. If any other major news breaks later today, we'll discuss it live on the channel. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to do a video talk about Project 91 and 10 drivers who could drive for that in 2026. Then, of course, on Saturday, we'll have some special videos dropping. And then on Sunday, we'll have the O'Reilly Auto Parts predictions for 2026 dropping as well. Then Monday should be a NASCAR news video dropping on the channel and other stuff coming as well. We got a lot of content coming in. People like Haley Deegan, Shaman Gisberg, and Carl Edwards, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Sheldon Creed, Sam Mayer, Frankie Muniz, Cletus Safar, Dodge Ram, Brad Keselowski, Will Brown, Brad Finney, Cam Waters, Tony Stewart, Casey King, Colic Racing, other stuff like Daniel White, Michael Jordan, Jr. Motorsports, 25 Forever, all the good stuff we'll talk about on the channel in the coming days and coming weeks. Well, on Junior Motorsports, Connor Zilic, and Daniel Suarez. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content, other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, buddy.